Welcome to Tales of the Ever After. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tales of the Ever After, a D&D actual play podcast about three adventurers trying to find their way in a world that's been devastated by an era-defining cataclysm. My name's Tyler Borff. I'm your DM. I'm joined by Randall Marsh.
Oh, I'm first again. Look at that. Yeah. Hello, my name's Randall Marsh. I'm playing an elf, a warlock, a sword-wielding maniac, and healer. His name's Alaric Athilden.
I'm also joined by Kate White.
Hi, I'm Kate White. I play Larsha Athilden, the herbalist druid who is sister to Alaric and is level 7.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did I do it right? Did I get all the things?
Yeah, I have a gold star for you later.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, yes. Good. Perfect. I'm also joined by Lynn Shephard.
Hello. Stephanie is the name. War crimes are the game.
Is that going to be her new motto, like on the posters?
No, she tried that one. It didn't test well. Also, level 7 swashbuckler rogue. I do have one quick question. I have a note written down. Who is Alaric?
So you have two other characters in your party.
Oh, really?
Alaric and Larsha.
The only other party member that I have written down is Tailnor.
Heavenho.
Yeah.
No,
Three
I forgot
adventurers.
They exist to drive my story forward.
Cool.
Do you want to plug our Comic-Con?
Oh, yeah. What time?
Oh, yeah.
This episode will go out
Oh, it was going to be after.
the Tuesday after.
Never mind.
Okay.
So, hey, how'd you all like Comic-Con?
Oh my
It was
God.
Oh my
so
God,
good.
it was great.
Can you
We had
believe?
so much fun.
I feel like, I don't know, I'm so excited. Like, it almost feels like it hasn't happened yet.
It was crazy. So many people died. Like, what?
Oh man.
Is that how it normally is?
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting all of those things to happen.
Yeah.
The method acting for all the people that were doing Elden Ring.
Mhm. Yeah. Remember when Mark Hamill showed up and said that was his favorite character on the podcast?
When he was promoting Tales of the Ever After,
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
It was great.
I'm still starstruck. Last time we left you, you had just recovered from a battle in the high seas with Candace, the captain of the Sun Reavers, and you had, Larsha specifically, decided to connect with the stone fragment that you had with the creator. A Vizrian showed up, placed his hand over yours, and said, hey, let's do this right this time. You found yourselves teleported inside, maybe, the stone in sort of this liminal space where he showed you visions of the ethereal gods, Lathander, Torm, and the shadowy figure of Kelemvor, the god of destruction. And he told you a little bit more about sort of the history of how these things, Lathander would bring life and creation, Torm would kind of keep those things safe. And then when and if things went wrong, Kelemvor would come in to destroy it, and Lathander would take over again in this cycle of death and rebirth. You, Larsha, committed yourself to the ideals of Lathander and creation with intent and purpose, and not just for the sake of creating, but for the benefit of all. And you were given Lathander's blessing. You came back out of that stone. Stephanie, you had gone through the ship to sort of see what was still around. You found maps that Candace had left. As you triangulated what those maps showed, you did find where Agared is. And you also noticed that Sandrill, while that location on her map was explored, did not appear on her map when you put it over your known map of the explored world of New Dulcia. You decided during your conversations together that you were going to head towards Agared. You did learn that there was an explosion back in Sandrill. Fan favorite Gesh died. We'll have
Rip
our
Gesh.
recap episode later on of all the great times we had with Gesh, and decided it's going to take you a couple weeks to get back to Sandrill. That happened a while ago while you were in the underground prison, and so you decided that you're going to make your way towards Agared and ostensibly the next stone fragment. Alaric, you also started trying to train a little bit more as a sword fighter with your weapon. And we find ourselves moments later as you've decided to make your way towards Agared Kingdom.
Are we following a map, or is the compass pointing us towards it?
So you actually have both. So
Okay.
you have a map now, so you sort of know what the topography roughly will look like, assuming Candace's maps are accurate. They look good, so it seems authentic as best you can tell. And then also the stone is pointing that direction. So in other words, you've got 3 things to literally triangulate here, which is Stephanie's vision. You have the compass pointing that direction. Then you have a map that says, well, if I follow that light on this map, it kind of bisects where Agrid now is.
Got it.
The ship was pretty heavily damaged. That was a nat 20 when the ship crashed into your ship. Describe for me what your ship now looks like as it's a patchwork object.
So maybe like a mermaid on the front, and like her face is like super dented, or
It's weird. When it impacted the ship, it actually knocked over like a secret compartment that I forgot about that contained 2 million gold.
Oh, crazy.
So like, yeah, I don't know. It's super cool.
Unfortunately, that was from one of the old continents that no longer exists after the cataclysm. So that currency is worthless.
I can find a collector.
Can we say that there's just like scorch marks all over the side onto the name, so it just says sus instead of sunburst?
I also wrote out the name and I was like, what the hell could I turn this into?
I mean, if you can think of something better, I think sus is kind of appropriate.
Either sus or bust.
Yeah.
Ooh, bust is pretty good too.
Unboo.
Yeah.
Just because it makes no sense whatsoever. Like,
Yeah.
this is the Unboo? What kind of ship is the Unboo?
I'm fine with either.
Yeah.
Bust.
I think the ship probably looks cleaner than it has in a long time because it forced us to clean it up. So
Yeah.
I think, well, okay, how far did it pierce into the ship?
It came into well into like the mid deck section. So some of the residential parts of it got messed up inside. And it was probably a good, I mean, that ship was 20 feet wide and it hit really hard. I'd say you've got at least 15 feet on your ship that was severely damaged.
And
then the fires went off even beyond that, right?
we also got shot by their ballista, right?
Yeah, the ballista hit you a couple times. So ballista.
This is always going to be a point of contention of how we pronounce that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the side that it impacted definitely says sus.
Okay.
Now on the other side where the ballista came through, it just says bust.
So it's
Sus or bust.
Yeah.
so it's not even sus. It's actually, I guess the R. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it literally just like the prow of it just pierced through the R, and then you just covered it up with some planks there. Okay, so you've got sus on one side and bust on the other.
We'll see which one sticks. We'll between 3 of us.
We have decided to name it Subaru. Hit us up for a sponsorship.
Great. So you're now on the sus/bust. We move a few days into your journey as you head towards Agred. The sea is calm out here, the wind blowing, caught in the sails. You're making good speed towards your destination. There's a little bit of an unease that has settled over the ship. Stephanie, you're currently in your captain's quarters. You've got Caius there, still resting and recovering. He's looking a lot better. He's made a lot of progress, still currently unconscious. What are you doing right now? What's going on in your head? A few days have gone by. You know that you're heading towards a destination you don't want to get to.
I am staring out the window, Tailnor's in my lap, and I think I'm just in that like meditative state, just like petting, and then just kind of like hand goes still, and then I realize that I haven't been petting for a while, so then I go back to petting. And ooh, you said it's been a couple weeks, right?
This is a few days later.
So it's only been a few days since we left.
A few days since you passed the ship,
Okay.
and when you all had dinner together and said, we're going to head towards Agred.
Gotcha. I was going to ask how big Tailnor is getting, but if it's only been a few days.
Not very big.
Perfect.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, still pocket sized.
Yeah, still pocket
Perfect.
size. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And you know, based on the sea chart and everything, you've got maybe, so this is 3 days in, a little over a week and a half it's going to take you to get to the continent now where Agred is.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just kind of like, I think she sighs and then she looks down at Tailnor and she goes, you know, in a way, you've been there before. And I wasn't a fan of you back then, but this version of you is pretty cute. And I think when we go back, we'll see what you do to make up for your past transgressions.
The big giant Puss in Boots eyes are just staring up at you like,
I know, you really want to make up for the past, don't you?
Tailnor just starts purring heavily into your arms. On the map, so you can see where Agared is. It used to be a coastal city. In this new map, it's shifted inland quite a bit. There seems to be, if you're reading Candace's map correctly, like a desert in between it. She doesn't have everything labeled on it, so you're not sure what is necessarily what. She does have a town on sort of where directionally you're heading that seems to be a new port town called Thale Port. And then you see that there's like a small island just off of that main continent that you're heading towards now that has 3 towns on it. Eastern Keep, Morn, and Moonfall.
Okay. Is Thale spelled like Theael?
Theyal.
Okay. Now, why would they call it Thale Port? Thank you for confirming that.
Tailnor just purrs.
It's non-binary, that's why.
Yep. That was really good. Yeah.
It's so inclusive.
Anything else that Stephanie's doing right now or plans that Stephanie has over the next week and a half?
Yeah, I think just, I think as we continue to approach, I think she's just like very ritualistically cleaning all of her weapons and just like making sure everything is super sharp and like well oiled and just ready for combat.
Yeah.
So, ooh, and she will also mend her pants because I would imagine those got fucked up in the explosions.
Yeah, they were definitely singed, getting hit by that hammer a few times as you were kind of tossed around the deck. Yeah, you got some minor rips. Like they were sturdy pants. Like they are meant to sort of take a beating. But yeah, that was a lot. And so you've got some little repair work that you need to do.
Perfect.
All right. As we move to the deck, Alaric, you're sweating profusely, you're breathing heavy, and you are bleary-eyed. Your muscles are sore. You're kind of leaning over, and this giant orc comes barreling at you with a wooden sword, getting ready to hit you. You better block it.
Oh, I should have started with Ho. I'll try to block it.
All right. We'll actually just call this an opposed athletics check.
Uh-oh. Oh, good. 17.
Oh, shit. He got a 17, too.
So what does that mean?
What, you got 17 total?
Yeah,
Okay,
I got plus
17. He got 17 on the die, so he will beat you.
I got plus 0 athletics.
What happens right now as you're unable to block his incoming blow? Why can't you block it right now?
I mean, I do block it. I'm just not putting enough strength/technique into actually like stopping it. So
Got it. Okay, so it makes contact.
Like he's coming down. I put the sword up, sort of crosswise, but like it still pushes right through my block into me, kind of.
Yeah, you don't have the right angle to sort of dissipate the energy.
Or arm strength
through. Yep, and you're
low
exhausted.
strength.
Cool. This thing hits you. We'll just say take a D4 of damage. Just roll a D4. This is a wooden.
2 points of damage.
Cool. 2 points of bludgeoning damage. This wooden sword goes barreling into your side. It's going to leave a little bit of a welt right on your shoulder near your collarbone. He goes, I told you got to angle things correctly. And then Ho goes, and you got to watch out for the back. And as he goes to slice you into the side, let's make opposed dexterity checks.
Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Okay. Ho gives himself away because he's so excited.
Yeah, you're not supposed to shout before you stab someone.
Yeah. So what do you do as you hear him yelling as he's about to try to stab you from behind? Explain this moment. You've just been hit in the shoulder. You're kind of moving at the same time as he's getting ready to stab you. Natural 20. You have carte blanche. Explain how well you're able to recover from that blow and then keep Ho off of you.
So since I've already been knocked back a little bit, I think I'm sort of like crouched over. I'm going to hear him and clearly know what he's planning to do. So I'm going to sort of judo, sort of spin and use his sort of body weight against him.
Yeah.
Sort of spin and push him forward and sort of like smash him into the side of the deck.
Oh yeah, he goes
and I'll stay on my feet.
He goes flying to the side of the deck. You're able to stay on your feet. He's like, oh God, it hurts. He's just a tiny little goblin boy. Cool. During this time, as you're out here training with Heave and Ho, what specifically, if anything, are you trying to pick up during these combat sessions?
I think the parrying is sort of my main concern. I think having attacks come at me and not having to just sort of take it based on previous battles would be really important to me. So like using my sword properly to like deflect melee attacks and to Who knows? Maybe even deflect arrows and stuff at one point. We'll get there. We'll get there.
You unlocked the Jedi subclass. Awesome. Yeah, you keep training with them. He sort of tells you, goes, hey, listen, I don't really know how to help you learn how to deflect other than like hitting you a lot and you figuring it out. But if you want, Stephanie had sort of taught us this pretty cool trick where you can really damage people's armor. And like, maybe I could teach you that, where you can like, make it so it's easier to get past their armor when you're in melee combat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much of anything about all this. Maybe you can just show me. I don't have any armor, so just show me how to hit you.
Yeah, he goes, Ho comes up, goes, hey, here, just put this on. It's like just a torn leather vest, armor vest that you can put on. They help you kind of strap in everything, get it all tied up. And he goes, all right, listen, so what you're trying to do, right? Imagine this is plate mail, leather, it doesn't really matter. A lot of the same weak points exist everywhere, and a lot of it's tied together sort of the same way, in the same joints, because you got to have movement. So if you can go for these joints, he kind of points out where sort of the leather overlaps. He goes, it doesn't matter if it's metal or what, because they're going to be tied together. And he talks about it. He's like, look, you're going to need to try to cut this piece. And if the arm is not on well, it makes them less mobile. And then it's also going to make it easier for you to sneak in attacks past their armor.
That is incredibly useful.
So we're going to do a little bit of a Blades in the Dark style here. I'm going to have you track this. So make a little pie chart.
Yeah.
And this is going to have 20 slots on it.
That's not bad. Divide a circle into 20 parts. Let's see how you do.
Doing great.
Yeah.
This is why I had you do it.
Looks like a basketball, but yeah, there we go.
So go ahead and roll. This will count for the entire 2 weeks that you're going to be out on sea. Just roll 2 d6s for me.
I am a slow learner. That's 5.
All right. You can fill in 1/4 of that circle. So as we go on throughout the story, you can kind of keep on training on this during downtime. And downtime doesn't have to be 2 weeks in the future. This can be like now that you're sort of getting it and you're sort of understanding it, and you're getting to the point where you can do those repetitions more and more. You can start doing like nightly sort of training as we get past this next section when you have downtime to try to train towards this.
Awesome.
Just put a note on there. It'll always be a D6 roll for every night that we do this. All right. As you're continuing this training, this doesn't take all of your time. You're doing this for a few hours a day. What else do you have going on during this downtime? What is it that you're looking to do? Conversations you're looking to have? What's Alaric feeling as you're heading towards further away from home where some stuff's gone down, but towards this next unknown location?
Boy, there's a lot of things. All that conversation with the Vizrian sort of makes Alaric on edge. I think particularly about Larsha. I think wondering what a Vizrian has to do with her is just kind of eating away at his brain a little bit. So yeah, I will probably at some point, in addition to taking care of Caius, don't think I've forgotten about him. At some point I'll check in with Larsha and just kind of see how she's doing.
Roll a d20 for me. Medicine check.
Medicine. 14.
Okay. So you're taking care of Caius. You're going to go find your sister Larsha at some point. Larsha, it's been a couple days. What are you doing in the midst of this?
I think the only way that I have found right now to keep myself busy and to do anything close enough to what I told the Vizrian I would do is to cook and make meals. So I think I've kept myself busy with that. I've probably taken, I don't know, like soccer mom style, like orange slices and Capri Suns up to Alaric while he's training. Probably scolded Heave and Ho and told them not to break my brother into a billion pieces because I just got him back.
Do you still have your eyes open, visible, so you get in their face? They're like,
yeah.
Oh my God, I would never. I'm so sorry.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I yell before I attack him.
It's really disorienting. And honestly, I think I am probably kind of unnerved by what Vizrian told me too. I don't know what he meant by "it's good to see you again." And I don't really understand how I'm supposed to do what he told me to when I'm in the middle of nowhere with nothing and with nothing to sense and nothing to grow and nothing to, really do in terms of how I see it. And I kind of wonder if maybe I don't really, in the last couple of days, maybe Alaric and I have just kind of exchanged pleasantries and we haven't really like dug into anything because we're both feeling really like we don't know how to talk about it. I also feel really guilty about Caius, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when he wakes up.
Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
That is 12.
During the week, as you're cooking meals and stuff, you're becoming more and more proficient at that. So that's just something to kind of keep in the background. So that survival check is just, how are you sort of evolving that side? And then remind me, you said you're going to go check on Caius?
Oh, just that I don't know. I've probably been avoiding him because I feel really guilty about it. And I don't really know how he's going to react when he gets to a point where he's functional again.
Awesome.
And I think maybe I've probably made some tea and some things like to pass off to Alaric to like go try and help to do something because I just don't know. I just have no idea how to approach it.
Adding onto that 14 you rolled for medicine check, Alaric, why don't you go ahead and roll, we'll call it sort of like essentially a bardic inspiration of sort as she's brought these other things. Roll a d6.
Oh, 1.
So brought up to 15. Cool. So you, Alaric, notice things have been things have been awkward for about a week now, ever since you got your sister back. But especially the last few days, she's been a little more standoffish. As you go to find your sister after training, this is several days in, you're bruised, you're sore, you're hurting. You have a decision to make. Do you want to head towards the captain's quarters and go check on Caius, or do you want to head downstairs into the ship and into the residential quarters?
So this is right after sparring, huh?
Yeah.
I'll go below decks.
Okay.
Get out of the sun.
Perfect. You head downstairs. Larsha, where does he find you?
I don't know. We probably bump into each other in the hallway as I'm coming to bring him tea or something.
You bump into Larsha. You can tell something's wrong. Like something's off. There's this awkwardness in her movements, and it's kind of one of those things where like she kind of bumps you like, sorry. Whereas people don't know how to interact with each other, even though they need to interact with each other, or that there's an expectation perhaps that they interact with each other.
Is that tea?
Yes. Do you want some?
It's not your tea, is it?
Like that I made for myself?
Yeah.
No, I made it for you.
Oh, well then yes, thank you. Were you on your way above decks?
Oh, yes, I suppose so.
I just wanted to check in. There's just been so much that's happened. I don't even really know where to start. How have you been?
Fine.
Are you liking the ship all right? Are you getting settled?
This is the worst I think I've ever felt in my life. Do you remember my birthday when Mother and Father took us to that lake and we put us on a rowboat in the middle of the water, and I basically threw up the entire time?
Yeah.
This is so much worse than that.
Oof. You're getting seasick.
I wouldn't call it that. It's just I can't. There's no dirt for me to put my hands in. There's nothing for me to. There's nothing for me to. I don't know. There's nothing for me to connect with out here. I can feel the boards of the ship. I know where the water is, and I know, where all of you are. But I can't see the clouds or the blue sky or.
Yeah, that you can't ground yourself. I understand. It's weird being used to being in the forest for my whole life and then suddenly being in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by ocean. I can imagine it's 10 times worse for you. Is there something we could do to help you focus yourself, to settle, to meditate, or?
I have no idea.
Well, let's just sit together for a while. I need to rest. I feel like maybe just I can make some tea for you as well, so I'm not the only one drinking tea.
Right.
So
don't use anything in that container that Heath put on the counter.
Yeah, I've traveled on this ship for a bit. Orcish tea is just, it's not my cup of tea, you could say.
I'm going to pull a couple of herbs out of my vest and just hand it to him.
I will do my best. So I'll make some tea with the herbs. And then I think we'll just sit for a little bit.
We're in the hallway.
We're still below decks, right?
You said below decks? Above
yeah.
decks?
So you've still got these other personalities kicking around in there.
Yes.
Are you at peace with this? Do you work together? Is it...
No, they're quiet now, but after the explosion, when everything was so fuzzy, I just got so angry when I looked up and I saw that you were sitting on the floor and I didn't know if you were awake or unconscious. And I don't know, it was like I got sucked into the black inside my head, and suddenly the seed bearer was there and I could see and sense everything that she was doing, but I didn't have any control over it.
Right. But at least you were aware of what was happening.
Yes. That's why I told you, there may come a time when I go too far, and I just want to know that you're going to be able to stop me.
Right. That I'll definitely do what I can when and if that happens. But maybe in the long term, there's something we can do to, I don't know, reintegrate these parts of yourself so it's not so segmented. I'm not an expert in these sorts of things, but...
I don't even know where to start.
Well, maybe I could ask Viserion? He seems to have some sort of insight.
How did you even become involved with him?
Oh, I was at a very low point. I thought you were gone. I thought Zayla was gone. Everyone in the Dimwood was gone for the most part. I was just trying to help people survive, and I was nearly starving myself, and he just came to me as we were traveling, handed me a sword, gave me a mandate. I didn't know what it meant, but then for the next 10 years, I was just doing magic that I could never do before, and I was healing people, and I didn't really use the sword. He just wanted me to go out and fight evil, but I was content to just help people. But
What did he tell you?
He wanted a champion for the gods to combat the evil that had arisen in the world, the Eldarians that were doing so much horrible things. He wanted me to face them, but what could I do? I was just a random wood elf with a med kit. I don't know exactly why he chose me. I still don't know, and I wonder actually, because he seems to know more about you than me. So maybe he does have some insight into your condition.
I don't know. Alaric, why wouldn't he choose you?
Why would he?
You are so frustratingly good. Just who you are, at what you do, what you believe about the world. Of course he chose you.
But he wants a warrior. He wants a champion. I never thought of myself as anything like that.
Both of you make perception checks for me.
That is an 18.
9. Sorry, I couldn't find it for a minute.
You guys are sitting downstairs, right? You hear in like there's a door that goes in sort of like where the pantry is. You hear like this little scratching sound coming from inside there.
Sorry to interrupt. Do you hear that?
I do. Where's Lenoge?
He doesn't like boats, so I usually just sort of keep him in his own comfortable pocket dimension.
So you don't think he's hiding in
I
the
don't
cupboard?
think he's in the cupboard. He does have a mind of his own sometimes. I'll go and check out the cupboard.
You open it and Tailnars walks out.
That cat.
Just looks up at you and then keeps walking away.
Maybe we should take this back to Stephanie. Is
All right.
Tailnar a he or a she?
I believe you've been referring to he.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
All right. Lead the way.
All right.
Make an animal handling check. No. Great. You're able to pick up Tailnar. You all head up to Stephanie's quarters, where also you will find Caius at. Stephanie, this is about a week in at this point. Where do they find you? What are you doing? You clearly don't have Tailnar.
I think in the chest in Stephanie's quarters, I think she's still got a banner of Agared.
Okay.
So I think she's just kind of like fiddling with that. And I think she's just kind of staring off into space. And that's why she didn't notice that Tailnor had left.
Why don't you describe the banner for me?
It is...
Give me the color scheme.
I think it's different shades of purple. I think it's dark purple and lighter purple with like maybe like almost like a pinkish trim to it. But I think it's faded so much by this point and probably been exposed to like sea air and water and stuff that it's probably almost like grayish.
And in the center of this thing, kind of like a gold inlay, is this It kind of looks like an eagle. It's the side of an eagle, so it's kind of faced off to the side, the profile, and then it has this little golden crown above it that symbolized the kingdom. You two, do you just barge into Stephanie's quarters here? You knock? What do you do?
Knock.
I will very hastily, but also carefully tuck it back into the chest.
Okay. Takes a few moments, and then Stephanie opens the creaky door.
Not all the way, just enough to look out.
The first thing you see is Tailnor's face just staring right at you.
Mm-hmm.
Cat salesman.
Did you steal Tailnor from me?
Oh, of course I did.
Why do I let you on my boat?
I'm not the thief here, actually. He was just in the cupboard.
There's a Tailnor in the cupboard.
There was a Tailnor in the cupboard.
Huh. The last time we locked away a Tailnor, it didn't go too well.
Is he not locked up?
I
still?
don't know.
Boy.
I refuse to speak to Amy again.
Well, that's your business. Do you want your cat back?
Yes. Are you wanting to steal Tailnor from me? The one thing that brings me joy in this world?
No one wants to steal anything from you, Stephanie. Relax.
That's funny, considering how many times you've taken all of my possessions. Are we going to keep staring at each other like this? Can I have my cat back, please?
Do you want your cat back?
We've established that I do.
All right, here you go.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you.
Are you doing all right?
I start to close the door.
I'm going to put my foot in. I'm going to...
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie, you haven't told us anything about what we're walking into.
Well, as far as I can tell from the map, it looks like a pretty nice little port area. And I'm going to close the door against your foot a few times, just kind of bash it against your foot.
Can we at least... I don't know, what was it like? Agarid.
Oh, it was lovely until it wasn't.
And that means...
Well, it probably means what happened to the rest of the world, doesn't it? Things kind of went to hell.
I mean, what's the terrain like?
Ooh.
How many people live there?
A lot.
What happened to it afterwards? How many people live there now?
Well, you know how you once had eyes?
Yes.
And now you don't. Think of that, but a kingdom. And I start to bash a door against your foot again, really rapidly.
Take my foot out.
And then as soon as you do that, I leave the door open.
Stephanie walks back in with Tailnor. You see Caius looking pretty good. He's much, much healthier. A lot of the emaciated sort of sallowness of him has returned. So he's looking a little more full. What do you guys do at this point?
I'll just go over and tend to him. Just make sure there's anything I should be looking out for. Just make sure he's got water and able to eat.
I'm going to stand awkwardly in the doorway.
Okay. You're standing awkwardly in the doorway. So you watch as Alaric goes over to Caius. A little bit of sweat on his brow. So there's a towel right next to you. You're able to kind of clean up the sweat that's on his forehead. You're able to give him some water. You've got some soup and everything that's kind of what you're able to give him. And he's able to partake of that at this point. So he's definitely gotten to that point where the fact that he can take in food is a really good positive sign for his recovery. Stephanie goes back over to her desk, staring over the maps, just kind of petting Tailnor.
A little forewarning would be helpful, just to know what we're getting into. Last time you just asked, how is your sword doing? And then we got shot with a cannon. I feel like maybe you're understating things.
Do I have a habit of that?
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, there's a pattern. I mean, I've known you long enough to know if it's a habit.
I spin around in the chair to face you, but the chair starts to keep turning, it's uneven. So it just I
keep going around.
Yeah, I make eye contact with you, but then it continues to twist around. I go, well, how can I put this lightly? Death. That is what we are sailing into, is death. Why do you think I don't go there anymore?
Well, I thought you didn't know where it was.
Well, there's that. But also, who wants to go to a land of death?
What were their names?
Who?
The prince and the princess.
Who knows? I lock eyes with you.
What prince?
You're such a liar, Stephanie.
Well, I can't really lie because somebody's occupying my bed.
Tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd walked into that cave with the stone,
mm-hmm.
If you had walked into that cave, my mask had come off and it had been the princess.
Mm-hmm.
And you had stood between Alaric and his sword and her. Would you have stepped out of the way?
Well,
when he
wouldn't
told
have-
you to.
I would not have stood between. If somebody becomes that, then they are too far gone, in my opinion. Why do you think I continue to shoot prisoners in the knee? You haven't heard about that. Alaric, have you told her about my ventures with Tailnor? Not this Tailnor, a different Tailnor. The big Tailnor, not the small Tailnor. Not the cute small Tailnor, the big Tailnor.
And not the previous time you shot someone in the knee. There was a time before that.
Yes, I tend to do this a lot, don't I?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was your question?
I'm sorry, I'm lost here. You were a princess? Or what exactly is the connection here between Agorid and princes and princesses and you?
Yes, Stephanie, why don't you tell everyone a little bit more about your backstory?
Well, it's actually pronounced Agared, but I wouldn't expect somebody from the Dimewood to understand that.
Sure.
Sorry, did you just ask for my backstory straight up? What is this, some sort of narrative? Well, you see, I was but a peasant, tending to the fields when I created a small raft and was pushed out to sea by a random current. So I don't know much about princes and princesses because why would I ever be near them? Larsha, you really do have an intense stare despite the lack of eyes.
What Stephanie's admitting is that she was in charge of training the prince and the princess
I said no such thing.
The prince and the princess
of Agarid.
of Agarid. You were the tutor? Or
No, I was only one.
you were multiple tours?
Guess who her commanding officer was?
I don't know anyone from Agarid.
Zaymar.
I do know someone from Agarid. Zaymar. So I just assumed you had traveled together.
Oh, we were old poker buddies.
I should probably have asked you about all this a long time ago.
Alarg, you might want to get your sister to bed. She seems to be a bit delusional.
It wouldn't matter anyway. She'd just continue to lie to you.
What exactly are we walking into?
Sailing into.
Sailing. Eventually walking. I don't think the ship can
Oh, I plan to jump.
travel on land.
Mm-hmm. That would be a great upgrade.
So you trained the prince and the princess of Agarid to do what exactly?
Oh, to tend the fields. As I said, I was but a peasant. Larsha, would you like to go to bed? I know you don't sleep, but you seem like you would really like to go to bed right now.
She was in charge of the combat training.
How did it go?
You know how I said it was a land of death?
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
That is how most things seem to have ended back then. I think a few things have fallen into place. I wonder if this is starting to feel like a bad idea, even going here in the first place.
I don't think we have another option. It just would be nice if the one person who had spent the great majority of their time would be honest with us.
You expect that of me? Have you met me? You know, both of you seem to be a bit unlike yourselves right now. You haven't been hitting up, I forgot his name. You haven't been hitting up Heave's seaweed, have you?
No, I've been steering clear of that.
Hmm.
How am I not like myself?
Well, you're standing here in my quarters, not tending to Caius and asking me questions.
Oh, I've just tended to him. He's fine.
Yes.
I think we need to plan for what we're walking into. Seems the appropriate course of action.
I couldn't tell you what we're walking into because I have never been there. Now, I think it is time for both of you to leave my quarters.
I'm gonna leave.
I'm going to stay.
You walk out the door to the deck of the ship. On either side of the door, sitting there looking kind of forlorn, Heave and Ho been sitting out there just listening to everything.
You did say that Stephanie trained you, didn't you?
Yeah, she trained us, the rest of the cast. You know, we had a good thing before Cataclysm. You know, we had a couple good years together, and yeah, she's just kind of been like this ever since. You know, it's hard to get stuff out of her. We try to take care of her and watch out for her. She can't pay us. All of her gold's at the bottom of the ocean. And we do this because we actually do care about her, but I don't know if she knows how to care for herself anymore. You know?
Yeah. That much I think I knew.
Yeah.
Well, I need a minute to process all this. I'm gonna go below decks.
Hey, Lark. Thanks for trying.
This time, I'll try again. Go below decks.
You're still in there.
I pull out a dagger. Do you remember what I said when things get personal?
No. Remind me.
Oh, okay. I throw it at you.
Are you actually trying to hit her?
Yes.
Make an attack roll.
Okay, I'll use one of the good die.
Oh, now you want to use the good die.
14.
AC's 18.
I think that's a big enough difference. She doesn't even move, doesn't even flinch, and the dagger just sails right by her.
Clearly, I have over-sharpened that, and it is thrown off the balance. See what happens when people interrupt me?
I'm just going to take a couple steps forward.
The door is behind you. I know that you cannot see it. Alaric actually also left. Did you not notice that?
And take another step forward.
I pick up Tailnor and I put him in your arms.
I'm just going to rub his cute little head and I'm going to take another step forward.
Mm-hmm.
I cast Blight.
Oh,
No.
I would never.
Oh, my God.
For the record.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck.
I would be fired from the podcast. I would be banished.
Oh.
No, that's a different spell.
Yeah.
I will grab you by the shoulders and turn you towards the door and kind of push you towards it.
I'm gonna try and block you.
Is this a contested roll?
This is a contested athletics roll.
3.
11.
You're trying to hold on to Tailnor, so like you've got the cat and you're trying to make sure Tailnor's okay. And so you're a little off balance where usually you'd be able to be more forceful, but you're trying to be dexterous with the cat as well.
So there's are we standing next to a desk?
Yeah, you were, yeah.
I'm gonna give Tailnor another scratch behind the ears and put him down on the desk.
Well, anyway, here's the door.
Stephanie, if you don't confront it, if you don't stop being honest with yourself, it's going to bury you the way it buried me.
Here's the thing. I have confronted it, and I continue to do so. Maybe not in front of you, but you've seen how I make my living. Why not carry on the legacy?
You've boxed it away.
Well, yes, how else would I ship it?
Stephanie, I know those feelings are real. I've seen them.
Mm-hmm. The door's getting closer.
Marsha, make a perception check.
18.
Continue.
I don't like when you do this.
Fine, I'll leave.
One bit of advice.
And that is...
Don't push this any further. Stephanie is here. You don't want the trainer here. I push you out the door.
Fucking baller.
And I close the door. Just to specify.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Understood.
Staring at you through the open doorway, just...
The door shuts. Heave and Ho look up at you as they're sitting there. Just kind of give you that knowing look of like, yeah. They make eye contact with you briefly, and they're both like, they both shudder.
They kind of glare down at Ho and then glare at Heave. And if I had eyes, I would roll them and walk away.
Awesome. Where do you walk to?
Actually, I'm gonna go kind of up toward the front of the boat.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, you can feel the sea breeze going against you, the smell of the salt in the air as it hits you, the sound of the waves lapping against the wood, the creaking of the wood boat, and you experience this in a very unique way, right? So it's all of it feels as part of you as this all happens around you. Alaric, where did you head off to? What are you doing?
I went below deck. I think I left my tea there. I didn't hear. Did I see a dagger go flying past me as I was going down?
No.
Below?
That
Okay,
was,
cool.
That was afterwards.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have even heard like the clunk by the time you were
Right,
the ship
okay.
moving and everything else, all the sounds
Yeah.
of the ship.
Yeah, I think I'm a little preoccupied. I would just finish my tea, still cooling down from sparring a little bit. And yeah, I'm going to take some time to reflect on what I just heard and saw.
Fantastic. A few more days go by. Out on sea. Supplies are getting a little low, like not to the point where you need to panic or anything, but you got to be a little bit more conscientious about what you're utilizing. Based on the maps, you think you're about 2 to 3 days away from reaching the port town of Thale. Actually, let me ask, middle of the day, where's everybody at on the boat right now? I just need your physical locations.
If it's the middle of the day, I'm probably in the galley getting lunch ready.
I like to think Alaric avoids training right in the middle of the day, being a gingerwood elf.
Smart.
Yeah. So,
No sunscreen.
yeah, probably below deck as well.
Okay.
in just his quarters.
How close are we to Agrid?
About 3 days out.
I think
Well, 3 days out from Thale Port.
Mhm.
Agrid is inland now. It used to be a port city.
I think Stephanie's drunk.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So you're drunk in your quarters. You two are downstairs. Stephanie, make 2 perception checks for me, please.
Wow. +7, so 26 on both.
How does Heave and Ho alert the ship when they sight something? Is there like a horn or do they just yell?
I think Ho just goes like,
Okay, right around midday, you're making food. Stephanie's drunk in her quarters. Alaric, you're probably down helping out with
Sure.
lunch
Yeah,
prep. Heave and Ho are above deck. Ho is actually up in the crow's nest right now, and he starts shouting, "Hey, everybody! Hey, sails on the horizon! We got sails on the horizon!"
One of those land squids again.
I think it's a land squid!
they've evolved to live in water.
They can swim now. They can swim now.
They swim now. Yeah, if we heard that, we'll all rush up
Yeah.
to see what's going on.
I don't think Stephanie does. Like, oh, we're on the ocean. Of course there are sails.
Awesome. You get up to the top deck, Alaric and Larsha. Go ahead, Alaric. Roll a d4 for me, please.
2.
Far off in the distance, in the direction that you're heading, and slightly off course, but you're clearly on an intercept path with this ship. You see a large vessel. This looks like a militaristic vessel. Even from this distance, you can tell that it's not just wood. Like there's iron bars around this thing. You can just tell from the coloration of this. You can see also that the sails itself are a crimson red. You are too far away to make out. I mean, it's still just like a little micro machine in the distance to you at this point. You also go ahead and make a perception check for me.
13.
Just off in the horizon, you can start to make out the horizon breaks just a little bit. In other words, like there's land over there.
land.
So you're coming close to that port island that is outside of the main new continent.
Land, Heave, land.
Alaric, what do you see?
I
What
think
do your elf eyes see?
I think we've sighted land, but more importantly, there's some sort of massive warship heading our way.
What does it look like?
Red. That's all I saw.
Like, to be fair, it looks like a massive ship that's got red sails. That's the extent of what he'd be able to describe to you.
What color were the sails of the boat that came to
Lythak?
that came to Lythak?
In your vision of the ships that came with the Empress, they were the same crimson red sails you see in the horizon now.
Alaric, that's the Empress.
The Empress.
Someone in that realm, I don't know, but that's the same color the sails were on the ship that showed up in Lythak.
I think we should not encounter this ship if possible. Where's Stephanie?
I'm going to go over to Stephanie's quarters, open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Is she in bed?
I don't think she's slumped over on the desk.
All right. I'm going to grab you by
with a bottle in hand.
I'm going to grab you by the scruff of your collar and pull you out onto the deck.
You know, it's very bright out here. She's
That's what I'm
surprisingly coherent.
That's what I'm counting on. And I'm going to push her toward the head and
The helm.
push her toward the helm. And we have a situation.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving roll.
Uh-oh.
19.
You're buzzed. So you see the ship in the distance. I think even without needing Larsha to explain sort of what those things look like, you recognize an Imperial warship when you see one.
And I know that we're close to Agorad, right?
You can see the break in the horizon. You know that you're a few days away from, again, that main continent. That island's coming up. You're maybe a day away from that thing.
I think I instinctively turn us closer to the warship because there's an Imperial warship right off of Agorad in my mind.
Like you're flashing back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
What is happening?
So Stephanie spins the wheel. The boat, instead of being on a sort of a 90-degree collision course, you are now heading straight towards an Imperial warship that is going sideways currently. And I'm actually going to go ahead and make a roll. And I'll just tell you what the roll is. So on a 1 through a 10, it's going to kind of keep its bearing. On 11 through 20, it is going to respond to the fact that you've just made a very obvious move in the ship to head towards it. That's a 5.
Okay.
It continues right now on its current bearing, which is kind of going perpendicular to the direction you've steered the ship towards.
What are you planning, Stephanie? What are you planning? Can we avoid the ship, please?
Avoid? Why?
Heave ho. Have you ever mutinied before? Has it gone well?
One time, and last time Stephanie became in charge. So, I don't know. Boss, we love you.
No, I love you too.
Okay, good.
What exactly are you thinking? We've only got a minute.
You're a good 30 minutes away.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because it's going perpendicular to you. Remember, it's way off in the distance. Ho saw it.
Gotcha.
Those are really good perception checks. Saw it early enough to be like, hey, there's sails out there.
Stephanie, this is a bad idea.
Maybe.
What are we even doing?
I think she kind of like bleary-eyed blinks. Oh, I don't know. I sort of make it up on the fly.
Yeah, she's not famous for her plans. Can we? I'm gonna try
Hey,
to.
you might want to put this on. He's handing you the fake leather
leather.
armor. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a moment to top off my false life, just in case.
Swig.
Yeah.
Your
Okay,
Ugh.
so the ship is standing in between us and Thaleport. Like
standing
we
in front
can't.
of you. So Thaleport is going to be the port city on the main continent. There's
Okay.
this island that is, it's a massive island. Like this is the big island of Hawaii, right?
Okay.
So there's multiple towns and stuff on here. The island has the towns of Eastern Keep, Morn, and Moonfall. And then Thaleport is actually the port city that is on the continent past this island.
Okay.
Oh,
This is sort of like almost like the trade center where people come in, so they don't need to go into Thaleport. They can come here specifically into Morn and sort of dock here, do the trade. This island community exists, and then anything else can kind of go onto the main continent based on, again, the maps that Candace has drawn out.
So we can either head towards the ship, or we can head toward this island, or we can,
or the
can
ship
we
in our
not-
way.
Is the ship already like docked, like close to the like? Are
Ship
we,
is not docked. The
It's
ship is
moving.
out in the water. It's
Okay.
moving. It is out on the ocean, and the island is beyond the ship. So if the ship keeps going, then you can go straight to the island.
Okay.
If Stephanie keeps tracing the ship's path, then you will no longer be going towards the island.
we'll
ostensibly,
be going
you'd be following the
towards
ship,
or
yeah.
following the ship. All right. I'm going to cast Charm Person
Nice.
Oh, shit. Okay.
on Stephanie.
Okay. Stephanie, I believe you're going to make a charisma saving throw.
I rolled a 5.
Sorry, it is a wisdom saving throw, which I don't think is going to matter too much on a 5.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, no. Okay. So Stephanie is now friendly towards you, so will be more acquiescent to things that you suggest. Stephanie, when the spell ends, you will know that you had a spell cast on you. In this moment, you think Larsha's just the greatest gal you've ever met.
Stephanie,
Oh, hi. We should hang out more.
I know. So while I deeply respect your wisdom and judgment and experience as a seafarer,
Uh-huh.
Stephanie?
Shush you. I don't like you.
I
Oh.
think it would be in our best interest, given everything that's happened and what we've decided on pursuing,
Hmm.
if we stop heading toward the giant warship and head toward the island.
You might be right.
Yes. Can you do that?
I think I can.
Great.
Should I?
Yes, please. Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
I'll do it right now.
Oh,
Press
that's
me out.
fantastic.
Stephanie, you slowly start to steer the ship more towards the island and less tracing the path of the warship. Charm person lasts for 1 minute.
Great.
1 minute? I guess that
Oh,
sounds right. 'cause
Stephanie, you look really tired. Why don't you let Alark or Heave a Ho take the wheel for a while?
Oh, I am feeling a little hungover.
1 hour.
Okay, I was going to say friends, I think, is 1 minute.
Still,
Mhm.
you look very tired. I'm worried about you.
Oh, you always have my best interest at heart. Do you mind if I sleep in your bed? Because I believe somebody is occupying mine.
Sure, that's fine.
Perfect. You're so kind. Again, we should really hang out more.
I know.
Oh, do you want to share secrets sometime?
That would be brilliant.
Oh my goodness, I agree.
I'm going to take the wheel and sort of hustle them along.
Perfect. Thank you.
Are we going to do it now?
Oh, is that what you want?
Sure.
Why did I suggest this?
The two of you start walking downstairs. Alark, you've got the helm. Heave and Ho are up there. You're captain of the ship right now. What do you want to do?
Get us back on course towards the islands? Would that keep us close to the other ship? Or do I need to like...
Now that you've re-angled the ship, it is going past the line of bifurcation that you're
So we
creating
won't-
to the island. So assuming it doesn't turn around,
Okay.
are you going to... You're going to fly casually here? Are you going to try to
Yeah.
go into stealth mode? What do you want to do?
If I cast Pass Without a Trace with a range of 30 feet, does that help the ship at all? Or is that...
It doesn't help the ship because it
Okay.
is specifically creatures.
Yeah.
You could do things like, sorry guys, I don't know sea terms, so don't get at me on the comments here. You could stow the sails, right? So that way you're a slimmer profile, and then kind of keep going and sort of casually
I
trying to
think
make yourself less visible.
I think rather than trying to be invisible, I'll just pretend like we're up to, we're just passing through and trying to be inconspicuous.
Okay.
Flying casual.
Okay. You kind of keep going. Heave and Ho are on top of the ship with you, keeping an eye out. I'm going to go ahead and roll one last luck check here. Same roll, 1 through 10, 11 through 20. You go about 20 minutes. The ship's kind of far off. You're getting close to the island. You can see clear outlines now of landmass. You actually see a couple other sails far in the distance, smaller ships. Looks like there's a little port over here. And you see that the ship off to the side now starts to slowly turn about and is now heading back in your direction.
Well, shit.
You two are downstairs. As you go downstairs with Stephanie, what secrets do you share, Stephanie?
I don't know. What do you want to hear?
Stephanie, I want you to tell me about Agrid.
Oh, it was a lovely place. It was a bustling kingdom. I used to live there.
I know.
Yes. Oh, you do. We've talked about this, have we?
Sort of.
Have we? Oh,
Anyway, I mean, what did you do there? Did you have a family? Did you...
yes.
And what were they like?
They were tailors.
Really?
Yes. No, they actually taught me a lot about maintaining my appearance and my gear, and we weren't well off, but an outfit can do wonders for you in your sense of presence and your appearance to others. And if you dress proper, people will begin to treat you differently. That's this really weird trick. You should dress better.
Fair enough. What happened to them? Where are they now?
Oh, dead.
I'm sorry.
Oh, me too.
What happened to them?
They died.
Well, what did you do after?
Oh, after. Well, I was outside of Agared when it happened, and so I went back with some people that I was with and some other survivors that I had found, and we tried to see what we could do to take things back and rescue as many as we could, but it didn't go great.
You're talking about... This is after the cataclysm?
This was, it was prior to the cataclysm. It was,
Tell me about that. What happened?
the cataclysm.
No. Before. You
Prior
said
to
you
the
left.
cataclysm. Yes.
Why did you leave?
Oh, I was sent out on a mission.
Who sent you?
Oh, Zamar had some assignment for me, so I was entrusted with, I believe it was an ambassador type sort of embassy mission that only I could handle. And so I went out, and when I came back, everybody was gone.
What happened to them?
Oh, they died.
How?
True, it was a combination of starvation and plague and poison and ruin and slaughter and invasion, and well, it was just kind of a general massacre.
Who was responsible?
Tailnor.
Your cat.
No, not the cat. The cat is too lovely. The cat is a wonderful being.
How much do I know about Tailnor? Have we established that, I really know who he is?
You weren't aware of Tailnor in your past, but you've had, at least it's been a week and a half now, you've been on sea. So you've had conversations about at least, hey, that's the prisoner that's in Sandrill.
Gotcha. Okay.
General of the armies of the Empress. You have a service level knowledge of who this person is.
Okay. Well, how many survivors did you find?
In Agared proper, done. Outside of Agared, they weren't originally from Agared, but I don't know if they were present when it all went down, but we found people on the outskirts. They weren't too keen on going back into Agared with us. But, there were people looting mostly.
How did you feel when you got back?
How did I feel after seeing the death and destruction of everything that I grew up in?
Yes.
Whew, not great.
That's all you have to say.
Well, I could go into detail. When you have your home and it gets destroyed, you realize that there's not much to continue going for. And so your whole goal when you go out is to come back home. But if there's no home to go back to, what do you do from there? You have to establish a new home. But if nothing feels like home because everything that you knew was gone, then what's left?
I know that feeling.
Oh, you do? Oh my, we have so much in common. Why don't we hang out more?
Because you won't tell me any of these things. You won't tell anyone.
That doesn't sound like me. We're best friends.
Oh, Stephanie, if you only knew.
Well, I know a lot. Ooh, ask me about mending clothes.
This is the time, Alaric. You've just seen the ship coming back. What do you do?
You two, can you come back up above decks? I think our little ruse hasn't worked. They're following us.
Oh, dear. Come on, then.
Where are we going?
Back up on the deck.
Okay.
Who has the compass?
If I've been controlling the helm until this point, I would imagine I have it.
Okay. So,
Stephanie, why don't you go grab the compass?
The compass?
Yes.
Oh, that is a wonderful idea. And I'll sprint off to my quarters.
Awesome. You run over there. You see that the ship is turned around. You see more sails come out. It's going into ludicrous mode to catch up to you. They're going plaid.
Uh-huh.
It just turns into one giant sail, like one of those frilled lizards.
Yeah. What do you do?
So if we have the compass, can we tell where it's pointing? Is it pointing towards this island or is it pointing towards the main continent?
It's pointing towards landmass of the island.
Of the island.
Would they be able to see the beam coming off of the compass?
On a 2, no.
Yay.
So that island is where we want to go to.
See how I helped develop the story?
Yeah. Is there a way we can try to circle around, maybe lose them and maybe land on the other side? Hide the ship? You're the seafaring one. I don't know.
Oh, I was told I was taking a break.
Stephanie's ship is also built for pirating and stuff and being fast. This is a heavily armored warship. So it will be, if you do it right, you can probably outrun them. But this thing is also meant to do some damage. And you're pretty
Damaged
close
already.
to it.
We really want to talk to these people.
No, but we might not have a choice. If we come up with a story, what are we doing? Where are we going? Maybe they just want to inspect our cargo? Stephanie, what's on board the ship?
Oh boy.
Illicit goods,
Oh, God.
stolen treasure,
Shit.
illegal weapons,
That tracks.
manifests of everybody that I've sold to.
Anti-imperial propaganda.
Flyers that say, join the rebellion.
I've still got Wall of Fire.
It did work last time.
Do you have heat metal?
I actually do.
Shall we try outrunning them? Don't know that they're going to fire on us necessarily.
Is there a way to make the ship any faster? Do the pontoons make it any faster?
One of them's destroyed.
No.
Actually, yeah. Do I still have one of them attached?
Yeah.
Okay. I would imagine that would be creating drag underwater because when they're underwater, they're in a wedge shape to like reduce drag.
Mm-hmm.
So we could always drop that.
Yeah.
How close are we to the island at this point?
Overall, like a day's worth of travel, so like 8 to 10 hours away from the island proper.
Okay.
I have an idea. Well, the pontoon is used for smuggling. The one that we have left is undamaged. Who's to say we don't smuggle ourselves?
I mean, that's a thought. They come across an empty ship, though.
Oh, it won't be empty. Heave and Ho can be up here. Heave.
Yeah.
You know how you always said that you wanted to start a tea business?
No.
Congratulations, you are now an entrepreneur.
All right.
So we go into the pontoon, we dip ourselves down into the water, we get real cozy about it. Heave, you say that you're here to deliver your famous seaweed tea. Teaweed. Teaweed. You'll figure it out.
It's sativia.
Is that the one that gets you high and it's an artificial sugar?
It's a little bit of both. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a mix. I'm trying to make something new, right? You got to stand out. You don't want to be the same old thing.
Yeah. That's why I like you. You're an innovator. Heave.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. I still like Ho better, though.
Okay, you need to get in your pontoon.
Should we take some illicit goods with us? Should we put anything in there?
I'm sure Heave can prevent them from doing a run through of the ship.
Oh, shit. Caius. What do you do about Caius?
I've got it. Caius tested some of the new CT weed, Eve. Heave?
Yeah, boss.
He tested your new concoction and became violently ill.
Okay.
They should buy some tea if they hear that.
All right. I guess this is our only viable option. Want to give it a try?
I'm so excited to get locked in a small space with the person with lots of weapons who I just charmed as it's about to wear off.
It hasn't been an hour yet.
I mean, we could try to talk our way out of it if you think you can do something similar again.
What kind of story do you think they're going to believe from someone who looks like this?
Hmm.
I think this is our best option.
Yeah.
At least this way, it doesn't look like we're running.
Yeah, I think we've only got, we don't have much time. Let's get in the pontoon.
All right, then. Stephanie, lead the way.
Will do, bestie.
Oh, God, I hate it. Okay, the three.
We're going to sit at the pontoon. We're going to listen to all of Taylor Swift's albums. And
I've been listening to this new true crime podcast. You're going to love it.
it's going to be so great.
All right, the three of you get into the pontoon. Ho pulls the lever as the pontoon goes underneath the ship. Alaric, just roll a luck check for me.
Stephanie and Larsha are playing Dream Phone and Mall Madness while this is happening.
That is a 6.
Okay. You are completely encased in darkness as the pontoon cuts through the water beneath the ship. You are left with limited air, no light, and no sound of the outside world. So, what you don't see. Heave and Ho maintain their composure as the massive Ildarian warship comes upon them. Painted in red alongside the ship is the name Nightmare's Tide. Plated with iron bands, its hull is pitted and scarred from past battles. Up close, the crimson red sails almost appear to be dripping blood from the edges of the fabric. Rows and rows of cannons line the sides of the ship, but it's the figurehead that draws their eyes the most. At first, it appears to be a snarling beast tethered to the ship, and yet, Valinor's horns. Don't curse like that, but yeah. As they focus on the figurehead, it becomes clear that it's the face of a tortured and pained Ithiel. The ship runs parallel to them, and they hear a voice call down, "In the name of Her Holiness, the Eldarian Empress and ruler of Dulcia, prepare to be boarded for inspection." The voice comes from a tiefling, curling black horns, elegant long black coat trimmed with red fur. "Well met. I, Captain Heave of the Sunburst, welcome you to board my ship." "We gotta be careful here, buddy." I know, just follow the drill." Ropes and hooks come out from the sides of the ship, tethering itself to the Sunburst as a heavy wooden plank is lowered. A massive, deeply scarred, gray-skinned orc marches down to meet them. He wears ornate chainmail, adorned in the colors and sigils of the Ildarian Empire, denoting him as a commodore. He's trailed by the tiefling and a hollow-eyed, ebony-skinned human male, whose clothing wears him more than he wears it, creating a deep sense of unease for those who look too long in his direction. "Greetings. I am Commodore Droskin Mar. You have me at a bit of a disadvantage. I know every vessel that sails these shipping lanes. Yet I don't recognize this ship.
nor either of you.
This is Captain Heave, business orc extraordinaire, founder of Cetivia, the best tea in all Dalcia. I am his chief operating officer, Ho. The COO, if you will.
Heave shoots him a quick glance that now is not the best time for Stephanie-isms.
I'd be honored if you took some of our famous tea with you on your trip. Once you've finished ensuring everything is on the up and up.
The hollow-eyed man speaks. Where can we see your trading papers? The Commodore doesn't have time for needless sycophantic prattle.
Oh, our teas can actually help with that.
What he means is our papers are currently in the captain's quarters, but one of our crew is deathly ill, and we'd hate to get any of you sick.
Ket, why don't you take a look in the captain's quarters? Isel, go with the goblin and inspect this tea.
The hollow-eyed man walks to the front of Stephanie's quarters, while Ho escorts the tiefling to the crew quarters below decks. Ket opens the door, spots Caius. Aye, Captain. Looks like one of their compatriots is quite stricken indeed.
Unfortunate. Is there anything we can do to help? We have an excellent doctor on board. We can take him off your hands for you.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but we were headed to Morn to get him all fixed up. We wouldn't dare impose such a lowly task to a great ship such as yours.
Heave begins to busy himself with tying down one of the sails. It's unnecessary, but it keeps him from staring at Ket's depressed face.
The sides of your ship. It looks as if you've recently had a skirmish of some sort.
Heave looks around at the scars that are on the ship with a mix of wonder and satisfaction at the work the crew accomplished in saving Stephanie's boat.
Oh yeah, that was just a small misunderstanding with some folks over in Lightback.
And that damned 6 luck roll. Heave doesn't put together that Larsha's memories of the Empress at Lythak make it a name that might carry weight among the highest officers in her armada. And so he doesn't see. A slight snarl forms on the Commodore's face. As lightning fast, his hand grabs the dagger at his side, the quick movement causing, for the briefest of moments, the chainmail uniform to reveal a slight red glow coming from his chest as he stalks silently towards Heave, ready to plunge the dagger into his neck.
So the secret is boiling the meat in salted water.
Heave looks over to see Ho and his cell step back onto the deck, a small cup of tea in her hands. The Commodore adjusts his uniform with both hands to vanquish the red light out of sight of all. His dagger sits back down on his belt. His cell takes a small sip of the tea, then promptly pours the rest over the railings and into the sea. A soured look takes over her face as she goes,
They won't be trading along these routes for long.
She looks to the Commodore.
Gentlemen, report to Lieutenant Genrick upon your arrival in Morn. Tell him you require a writ of Imperial North Sea trade.
Lacking any flourish, he marches back onto the deck of the Nightmare's Tide, followed closely by Isel and Ket. Heave and Ho undo the hooks on their ship as the plank is retracted. The Nightmare's Tide sails off.
I can't believe we got away alive.
I never doubted. Whose tea was that?
I think it was Alaric's.
Oblivious that death itself spared him today, Heave continues to chuckle to himself as he pulls the lever to bring the pontoon back to the surface. Hello, Wanderers. Thank you so much for listening to Tales of the Ever After. I'm recording this in mid-August, but by the time you're listening to this, we will have just gotten out of Rose City Comic-Con. If we saw you there, thank you so much. And I'm sure it was amazing. I can't believe all those things about the ghosts. That was wild. Anyways, Tales of the Ever After is Randall Marsh as Alaric Thilden,
Lynn Shephard as Stephanie Bradshaw, Kate J. White as Larsha Ithilden, and Tyler Boroff, that's me, as your DM. Our theme music is by Randall Marsh, and our cover art is by Lisa Turban. Connect with us over on Instagram or Threads at Tales of the Ever After, Blue Sky Tales of Ever After. Tea time for this episode will be out next week. We do have user-submitted questions that we're going to start answering. A little behind the scenes, we record these things about 4 to 6 weeks in advance because, this thing does not pay the bills yet. Tales of the Ever After will be back with episode 15 on Tuesday, September 23rd. We'll see you then.
As we go into...
Sorry, as she mends the pants, she goes, "Oh yes, I'm a regular tailor, Nor."
Oof.